the verdict, election studios, 2019 general elections. Well, it's election eve, and yeah, after the disappointment of last week, many have since moved on. Well, today we've got Professor Akin Oyebode, Professor of Law. Good morning, and thank you for coming on this morning, Prof. Well, it was let me come to the president's speech first. He spoke this morning, just trying to admonish Nigerians. Well, after that disappointment, he believes that we should have put it behind us. We need to come out and go vote. But also, some of the key highlights in that speech of the president was when he spoke about security, that people needed to go out there, that they will be voting, or they expected to vote in an atmosphere of peace. Should be devoid of any intimidation. Does this address some of the hoopla that greeted the president's comments during his party's NEC meeting at the time, where people thought that it was a little ambiguous, or some thought it was going to be conflicting, giving security agencies a different kind of direction when they went for the election? Does this, do you think it assuages any nerves, frayed nerves, getting to the elections tomorrow?
Well, I want to believe that the president lowered the barometer, or shall I say, in fact, the thermometer in the political scene, because there were frayed nerves after the president threatened to order the military to maintain law and order. His choice of words was not too endearing to many of the observers. But then the reaction of the other side too was intemperate, almost inflammatory, and in fact bordering on treason, inciting the military to disobey orders. It just reminded me of what Donald Trump is doing in Venezuela, calling on Venezuelan soldiers to mutiny against Maduro. So we have to be very careful there, because I know politicians are on tenterhooks, and they will do anything to secure an upper ground. But I think the president managed to assuage, to use your language, rod nerves, and it was more of a pep talk to Nigerians not to lose hope. And it was not like last week when, in the middle of such a national broadcast, the president seemed to have been campaigning as if he forgot certain things to say. But this time round, I think I will score him well, because when you compare him with Atiku was very statesmanlike in his Facebook speech, say, address to the nation. He even said, look, you don't have to vote for me. The issue is not about me. It's the larger picture is Nigeria, the destiny of Nigerians. So I think both sides have lowered the temperature, and the die is cast. And of course, like a football game, anything can happen.
Do you think that's already...
Yeah, just a minute. By law, just for those who may not understand, we cannot take any political jingle, any effigy or insignia or symbol, any of those political parties. Yeah. So we cannot get to hear what they think about the president's speech, the politicians now. But yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, do you think the drop of the barometer, to use your words, by the two leading contenders will percolate to their supporters all over Nigeria, who usually are the ones, the cannon fodders of this trouble?
Well, I think the minds of Nigerians are made up already. They know who their favored candidate is going to be. But I think driving into the studio this morning, I noticed that the president's placards are no longer hanging on the Third Mainland Bridge, which is being extremely circumspect because of what the Electoral Act says. So that for me was again encouraging, that they want to play according to the rules. The impression one had was that this was a president who was going to act with impunity. But we are seeing a new persona, and it's a good suggestion of what to expect. Whatever happens, say we understand by Wednesday we'll know who has carried the day.
Yeah.
My view is that the two parties will accept whatever the people say. Nigerians will speak tomorrow, and once they speak, it is our fervent hope that whoever wins will be magnanimous in victory, and whoever lost will be gallant in defeat. So because there's going to be life after the elections,
Yeah.
where Nigeria is going to exist, and elections are not everything. Important though elections are, we have to think of the morning after the elections.
Indeed, it's election and not war. So we'll go to break and we'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.